Yesterday, I posted a video about things I actually like about Muhammad. Even bad people aren't all bad, so why not build some bridges with my Muslim friends by mentioning some of Muhammad's positive characteristics? But I also asked you if there's anything you like about Muhammad, and I found that there are tons of things even non-Muslims like about Muhammad. In a spirit of togetherness and solidarity with our Muslim friends, let's go through some of the comments. I like that Muhammad trusted that Jewish woman at Khaybar. So true. After slaughtering her entire family, he could have not trusted her when she brought him a poisoned sheep for dinner, but Muhammad set an example for all of us by trusting her anyway. Cost him his life, but that's a small price to pay for teaching trust. My favorite thing is the comedic material that is on offer. Without Muhammad, we wouldn't have David Wood and the Boom Boom Room. You'd still have David Wood, but definitely not the Boom Boom Room. I like how Muhammad makes me laugh. Too bad it's only when he didn't mean to. I like how Muhammad puts it so clear how he is a false prophet. I really like that he didn't eat 7 ajwa dates in the morning on the day he was given lamb by Zainab, probably his greatest accomplishment. I like Muhammad's honesty about how his revelations came from Satan. That's true. It must have been difficult to admit that he received revelations from the devil, but he did it anyway. I like the fact that he was born somewhere else, so his religion didn't have any influence on the part of the world where I was born. I find it hard to believe that his religion hasn't had any influence on your part of the world. My favorite thing about Mo is he is dead. What I like about Muhammad is his willingness to say he had performed no miracles. That's true too. He could have faked some miracles. Instead, he admitted that he couldn't perform miracles. He left it to his followers to make up stories about his miracles. The one I like about Muhammad is that he made me totally reject the idea that Islam is true. I like how Muhammad was really obsessed with cleanliness. I mean, not between sexcapades with his wives, obviously, but before prayers. Well, he would use water that had dead animals, used menstrual cloths, and human excrement floating in it, but hey, water's water, am I right? I like how Muhammad was setting a moral example by seducing his adopted son's wife. Yeah, if it weren't for Muhammad, men who want to marry the wives of their own adopted sons would still be wondering if that's okay with God. I like the fact he kept talking and exposed himself. Muhammad gives me good laugh when I hear of the stupid stuffs he did, and said especially when he receives revelations to the rescue. Haha. I can't believe I haven't made a video titled Revelations to the Rescue. I'll see if I can fix that problem. The only thing I like about Muhammad is the way he spread his ideology. It's even a clear fiction, but still, there must be something in his way of expressing himself that people listened to his stupid theories and believed them till date. Thanks to Muhammad, I don't have to worry when a fly lands in my drink. True, now you know you have to dunk that fly to get all that wholesome cure. What I like about Muhammad is he died the exact way he said a false prophet does. I like it that he thought it an important enough issue to include a passage in the Quran that instructs his followers not to arrive early or leave late when he invites them for dinner. That's an eternal decree of Allah, by the way. My favorite verse. Perfect. I think that Muhammad did a very good thing when he exposed Allah, when he revealed us that Allah did not know what Christians truly believe about the Trinity. Great job, and thanks to Muhammad. Muhammad did do an awesome job of proving Allah's ignorance. My favorite part about Muhammad, probably how he teleports through time to interview people, then blows them up. Most of his robberies and wars were waged at night. Core competency, intense planning and execution, hard-working even at night. Sexual intercourse with all the 9 wives in one night with single bath. Takeaway point, equal opportunity, high resistance to odors, time management. Not to mention water conservation. I like how he foresaw the toilet paper shortage and made a whole chapter about creative alternative solutions. I'll have to add that to the list of Muhammad's fulfilled prophecies. I like how Muhammad told the truth and said that he thought he was demon-possessed. I believe him, And I like that he ate lamb from Jewish women. This is actually interesting. One of the reasons Muhammad tried to kill himself was that he was worried that people would make fun of him for being demon-possessed. But by admitting this, people today make fun of him for being demon-possessed. So it's good that he didn't keep quiet about that. Love the fact that he's dead. Muhammad did a lot of good things for his criminal friends. Criminals do good things for each other and for their friends. There's honor among thieves and rapists and murderers. My favorite thing about Muhammad is that without him, Zakir Naik would be one of those idiots who calls you to let you know that the warranty on your car is about to expire and that you need to give him all of your personal info in order to extend it, even though your car is twice the age of Aisha when Muhammad consummated their marriage and the warranty expired 14 years ago. It's much more enjoyable having Zakir Naik's comedy routines than that would have been. I like the fact he is burning in hell for eternity. I think it was great that Muhammad was so stupid that he'd eat a poisoned meal, thus ridding the world of his further influence. One thing I like about Muhammad is he couldn't count the holes in the Quran, because he was illiterate. To be fair, just because you can't read doesn't mean you can't count. With that said, even the world's greatest mathematicians can't count the holes in the Quran because no one can count that high. What I like about Muhammad is that he makes it so we love and hold our children a little bit closer, knowing that thanks to the Islam Muhammad created, we may never see them ever again. After slaughtering men, Muhammad would ask his butchers to share widows and girls among his men. He would take only one or two to his tent. Learning outcome? Sharing. One thing I like about Mo is that the story of his travel to the space without oxygen and on top of a flying donkey gives us a good laugh. Train wreck of a human being indeed, as David said. What I like about Muhammad? Well, when he put his tongue inside the mouth of that little boy to quench his thirst, that's it. That is when I knew. There is this prophet I can look for hope. Someone whom I can call my dear messenger of God. I love Muhammad for that act. Go, Muhammad, peace be upon you. Muhammad tried several times to kill the most dangerous cult leader by throwing him off the cliffs. Unsuccessful, but the effort was there. I like about Muhammad that he loved cats. He even allowed cats to enter mosques. I love cats too. His existence gave us some of the best memes of the last 20 years. I love Mo for his comic relief. He's got to be the most hilarious false prophet in world history. My favorite part about Mo is that Allah doesn't pray for him, but for him. Allah sure loves to pray for Muhammad. Might be a new video coming out on that in the near future. My favorite thing is that Muhammad is under the judgment and lordship of Jesus Christ, my God. King of Kings, Lord of Lords, who has held Muhammad accountable for all his sins. Thank you, God. I like how Muhammad was so trusting. When Satan came to him and told him that he was the angel Gabriel, Muhammad didn't even need proof. He just believed him on his word. Here again, trust. Just as he trusted a woman who brought him a poisoned sheep, he trusted a demon who brought him a poisoned revelation. He saved a lot of water by bathing only once after sleeping around with all his wives and slaves. I like the fact that Muhammad could lead billions of people into believing that he was the best of mankind after doing everything to the contrary. I like Muhammad's stance against pedophilia, rape, slave-keeping, war, murder, lying, racism, and robbery. Oh wait, someone's just passed me a note. I like how the fake prophet split the moon. He did personify the biblical definition of a false prophet so well that he gave us all an excellent example of what to look for in wannabe biblical charlatans and frauds. I like that Muhammad affirmed the virgin birth, which I do affirm. That's Nick Peters, but notice that his comment was from 5 hours ago. I haven't seen Nick Peters affirm the virgin birth any time in the past 4 hours, so who knows what he believes now. Might be a heretic. There are many more comments on what people like about Muhammad, but I didn't want to make this video too long. Suffice it to say that even when we're confronted with one of the worst people in all of history, we can be charitable and draw attention to the many things we like about him for the sake of interfaith harmony. This doesn't mean, of course, that we should ignore the a person's vile and reprehensible deeds, only that we'll have to cover those in other videos. Speaking of other videos, click on one of these. You'll find even more things to like about history's most obvious false prophet.